guys, welcome back to my channel. I don't think I'll get tired of saying that. Here is my go-to smoky eye with glossy makeup and glossy lips. So if you want to get this look, please keep watching. Wow, what an intro. So I've zoomed in the camera so you can carefully see how I do my eyeshadow. I like to do my skincare after I do my eyeshadow in case there's any fallout. So first I'm going to start with a brown shade. So I'm taking a brush like this, it's a round brush. It takes quite a bit of product, and I'm going to take Sandalwood from my Huda beauty palette and just put that in the crease. This is your basic transition shade. Then I'm going to take the shade Cocoa and put that in the outer corner. Now taking my Real Techniques accent brush. It's really small. I don't know if you can tell. And I'm going to go in with my black shade and I'm going to pat it onto my eyelid. Once I'm happy that the color is coated evenly, I'm going to go back into that same brush and just blend. Now going in with my sugar black eyeliner, I'm going to take this eyeliner brush and just draw a line to intensify the lash line. And then draw a little angle. Draw that in. So we get a very subtle cat eye. We don't want the cat eye to take away from the eyeshadow we've already done, so we want that to blend in seamlessly. I'm going to go in with a buffer brush that comes on the other end of this eyeliner and just buff it out. Being careful not to go beyond this line that we've drawn. Now I'm going to use the same liner and tightline my waterline. Now I'm going to go over that with my liquid liner. Now I'm going to do the other eye and come back. Hey guys, I'm back after doing the other eye. So what I would suggest for a look like this, where you're put kind of heavy on the eyeshadow, keep a wet wipe nearby. I really like the simple micellar cleansing wipes. And just clean up the edges so that wing is really sharp. Right? And then clean up under your eye. This is why I haven't applied any kind of moisturizer or any kind of product. So I just wipe it off and I save this for later when I want to take off all this makeup and need like hardcore cleansing wipes. I put my moisturizer and I'm going to do the bottom part of my eyes after I've done the whole foundation and concealer routine. I'm going to let the moisturizer sink in and then I'm going to go in with a primer. I'm using the Smashbox primer. I'm just taking a little amount, like half a pea size, right? And I'm just putting it on the parts of my face that I don't want to get shiny. So over here, around here, and the center. Now I'm going to go in with my foundation. Since we're doing a very matte smoky eye, my foundation I want it to be a little glowy. So I'm using the Nykaa SKINgenius Sculpting and Hydrating foundation. Just taking a little bit of that, 2 drops. Just tap, tap, tap. Be careful not to wipe away that line you've created. That's the only thing I would say, just be a little careful about. Otherwise, this brush is really handy for like a very quick application of foundation. As you can see, it just covers up the the little bit of redness that I have without being too cakey, because I like my foundation to be quite light actually. Take a little bit more and cover the center of my face. I'm going in for the Wet n Wild concealer corrector, and you have to be really gentle with this not to mess with the eye makeup, and very gently around that line. This is the PAC 219 brush. I'm just going to buff that in. Be very careful around the eye. I'm also going to put a little bit of concealer on my eyebrows, because the oil in your eyebrows can kind of make the eyebrows slick. Now taking the brush side of my eyebrow pencil, I'm just going to brush out my eyebrows. I'm not very good at doing my eyebrows actually. I'm quite new to it, but I just try and make it look slightly presentable. And just fill in the little sparse areas. I don't want them to be too bold because we want to focus on the eyes. So just a little cleaning up. Brush it out. Then go back in with my Benefit eyebrow wax and set everything in place. Now we're done with foundation, concealer, eyebrows. We're going to move into blush. I'm using my Glossier Cloud Paint in Dusk. Make sure hands are clean when you're doing such a heavy eye makeup thing, where you're going to put like line on your cheeks. Just taking a small amount and just tap it into the skin. You can take it a little up if you want. So matte eyes, glowy skin and lips. That's the look we're going for. For bronzer, I'm using this is the only bronzer I really use, because I really like matte bronzers, because I go in with highlighters. You don't want any, like, too much glossy stuff on your face, because then it just looks like one glittery mess. Then going into the hollows of my cheeks, so suck your cheeks in. Right above that, if you want your face lifted, then right above that you should put your bronzer. So it's like, and then taking a little for my jawline. I'm going to go in for highlighter. I'm using two highlighters. I'm going to use a liquid one and a powder one. So my liquid highlighter is the Nykaa Strobe and Glow in Glaze Bronze. I'm just going to take a couple of drops of that and put it on my hand. And then taking my ring finger, I'm going to dab it into that and then put it on the high points of my cheek, or wherever I want to highlight. A little on the nose, a little on the cupid's bow, a little on the chin, and then just make sure that's well blended. You need to put it right above your blush. And then going in with the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in Precious Petals, and then just layer it. Put a little on eyebrow. To make sure everything's well blended, go back in with the buffing foundation brush and just stamp it on. For setting everything in place, you can take your favorite powder and just go in with that same foundation brush, swirl it around, tap off excess, and just stamp it on. Focusing more on the under eye. and not too much on where you put your blush and highlighter. I'm going to go back in with my highlighter because I like my highlight quite intense, especially if I'm doing such a matte eye. And you want to tie everything together because I'm going to do a glossy lip. So if I don't have a good highlighter on, the glossy lip will look kind of out of place. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit so that you can see how the face pulls together really nicely. I'm back and now I'm going to go on to mascara. So I'm going to use my favorite mascara, and like I've done in my previous videos, just take the curve part, put it on the top. Again, be very gentle because this is an eye-centric look. You don't want to mess up and you don't want to do it all over again. On the top. It's okay, we'll clean that up later. You have to let the mascara dry a little bit and then it's easier to wipe off or conceal. Or pretend like it's intentional. Be like, oh yeah, I have a mole there too. It's not that shocking. I have a mole in the center of my face. Take the underside and do the bottom lashes, being again really careful. I'm really not the person to talk about being careful. Don't you like eyelash face? Sorry. But I can't do my eyelashes well if I don't make that face. So this is so messy if you see it up close. I'm going to take my Fit Me powder and try and clear that up somehow. Now I'm going to spray my face with my PIXI Glow Mist. Be careful and make sure you cover your eyes so it doesn't spray onto the eyes. You anyway want this only on the cheeks to kind of get your highlighter to glow a little bit more and kind of bring the moisture back to your face. Now I forgot to do one thing, which is to smoke out the under eye. I'm going to take this brush that I used earlier and take a little bit of that cocoa color and just smoke out the under eye a little bit. You want to be really gentle with this. And be very precise with where you apply it. You don't want it to make it look like you have intense dark circles. Now taking a very precise brush, or even the brush that you used to put your black liner, go in with black truffle and very, very carefully draw a very thin line across your eyes, right below the lash line, and connect it to your liner, winged liner that you had put before. Very, very carefully. If you've messed up, you can go in with that same wet wipe and just clean up. The look is almost complete. Now I'm going to go in for lips. So for lips, I want to keep it really cute, pink and glossy, with a little bit of brown undertones to match the eyeshadow. First, I'm going to take the M.A.C Whirl lipstick. I think it's really good to get these mini lipsticks because lipsticks never get over. So it's a good size. And just fill my lips. I really like this color. I think it's a great brownish nude for me. So this is the base, and then I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Demi Matte in the shade SheEO. So take off the excess and then start in the center of my lips. And there you have it. That's my look complete. I put little rose gold earrings on and I hope you liked it.